Hello, welcome to day one of Advent of Code 2021. Let's check it out. I'm going to be doing this in TypeScript today. All right, day one sonar sweep. You're minding your own business on a ship at sea when the overboard alarm goes off. You rush to see if you can help. Apparently, one of the elves tripped and accidentally sent the sleigh keys flying into the ocean. Okay, so someone's gone overboard. Or I guess the keys have gone overboard. Before you know it, you're inside a submarine the elves keep ready for situations like this. It's covered in Christmas lights, because of course it is, and it even has an experimental antenna that should be able to track the keys if you can boost its signal strength high enough. There's a little meter that indicates the antenna's signal strength by displaying 0 to 50 stars. Your instincts tell you that in order to save Christmas, you'll need to get all 50 stars by December 25th. Collect stars by solving puzzles. 2 puzzles will be made available on each day in the Advent calendar. The second puzzle is unlocked when you complete the first. Each puzzle grants 1 star. Good luck. As the submarine drops below the surface of the ocean, it automatically performs a sonar sweep of the nearby sea floor. On a small screen, the sonar sweep report, your puzzle input, appears. Each line is a measurement of the seafloor depth as the sweep looks further and further away from the submarine. For example, suppose you have the following report, 199, 200, etc. This report indicates that scanning outward from the submarine, the sonar sweep found depths of those values. The first order of business is to figure out how quickly the depth increases, just so you know what you're dealing with. You never know if the keys will get carried into deeper water by an ocean current, or a fish, or something. To do this, count the number of times a depth measurement increases from the previous measurement. There is no measurement before the first measurement. In the example above, the changes are as follows. Okay, so this one, it increased, decreased, increased. So 7 measurements that are larger than the previous measurements. So that seems pretty straightforward. So let's copy in this text. I'm trying out something. We'll see how this goes. So paste that in. I'm trying out using VS Code for this. Let's save, I guess, input.txt. How do we read a file in this? Let's see how this goes. So if we go let input, I guess let's say const fs equals require fs. Does that not exist? Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. That's fine. Gonna go ahead and do that. Hopefully that resolves that issue. Very good. So now fs seems to exist. String equals fs.read file sync input.txt console log input. Let's see if this much works. So I've got a couple things going here. Oh, that failed. So down here I've got TypeScript compiling, and then up here I've got this thing like automatically running stuff. So, okay, I guess let's try changing that. All right, great. This might not actually be a string, I'm realizing. Right, so I'm seeing that read file sync is any, which is not really actually what I want. What about this? npm install save dev types fs? Is that going to be a thing? No. I guess that's unfortunate, but we can just sort of Google this real quick. fs TypeScript node. Use fs in TypeScript. Okay. Whoa. I accept. Okay. We don't use this on the server. Here's an example. Alright, well, let's try it that way. Is that going to work? Seems like yes. Great. Okay, so now we can see what the type of this is. This is a buffer. So it's going to have methods, which maybe we should just Google this real quick. ToString. Hey, look at that. The editor helped. Right, so there we go. And then we'll say split on the new line and map, and we'll say, I guess really we just want %. Great. So seems like weirdly we have a bunch of not a numbers mixed in. So what did I do wrong there? I guess let's try commenting that part out for a sec. Oh, I think that maybe I am confused. So let's do this more explicitly. So if we say map line %line, I think that I think there's like a weird quirk there, but like we can just do that explicitly. That looks right, I think. Yes. Okay, great. So now we'll just say basically for num in, maybe we'll call this numbers. Numbers, and we'll call this like an array of numbers. So we'll say for num in numbers. Let previous number or undefined, and we'll say if, and we'll say let count equals 0, and we'll say if previous and num greater than previous, then count plus, and then we'll say previous equals num, and we'll just do console log count is count, something like that. What did I get wrong? Seems like num is not defined. What did I do wrong? Well, okay, whatever. We'll do numbers for each num. How about that? So now we get count is 1616. Let's see if that's right. Yeah. All right, great. So let's look at part 2. Okay. Considering every single measurement isn't as useful as you expected. There's just too much noise in the data. Instead, consider the sums of a 3-measurement sliding window. Again, considering the above example, A, AB, ABC, BCD, yeah, okay. ECD, EFD. So start by comparing the first and second 3-measurement windows. The first and second. All right, let me read this closely. Start by so like in the first star we were just looking back 1, but now we're really looking back 2, I guess. So start by comparing the first and second 3 measurement windows. The measurements in the first window are marked A, and those are 199, 200, 208. Right, so we have AAA, BBB, CCC, DDD, EEE. There's starting with the first and second 3 measurement windows. And the second window is marked B. The sum of measurements in the second window is larger than the sum of the first. This first comparison increased. Your goal now is to count the number of times the sum of measurements in the sliding window increases from the previous sum. So compare A with B, then compare B with C, then C with D, and so on. Stop when there are enough measurements left to create a new 3-measurement sum. There are 5 sums that are larger than the previous sum. Consider sums with a 3-measurement sliding window. How many sums are larger than the previous sum? Okay. Let's call this star 1. And let's now, I guess right here, we can just do star 2 in line. So, whoa. So here we go. Let's think if we want to do this. And I guess the simplest thing to do is to first collect all the windows into some data structure that's like a bunch of like triplets, and then go through those triplets one by one. So I guess like we'll say let triplets, which is going to be like number, number, number. It's like an array of number, number, numbers equals, and how do we want to get that? I guess start by just doing an empty array, and then for let I equals 0, I less than numbers dot length I plus plus console log I. See if that works. Great. Always worried that I'm not gonna remember how to do a proper loop, a simple loop. Right, so now we'll just do like if, I guess we'll say like let A equals numbers I, B equals numbers I plus 1, C equals numbers I plus 2. Okay, wait, hold on. If A and B and C, triplets.push A, B, C. Is this the most efficient code? Not sure. Maybe. Console log triplets. See what that looks like. Got a bunch of triplets. Input text. Right, so the first one is 149.163.15. Second one is 163. Yeah, it looks good to me. Right, and so now we'll just say basically, I mean, similar construct as this. So we'll say, maybe we can even do something kind of clever here. We'll say like type triplet equals number, number, number. And then triplets is going to be, should I do this with a capital T? Maybe I will. Not sure if it actually is conventional, but I'm going to go for it. Right, and so down here we can say let previous triplet or undefined, and then let triplets count equals 0, and we'll say triplets dot for each triplet. So if previous triplet and just kind of doing a little bit of copy and paste in here. And so then we'll say and triplet increased triplet previous triplet. Right, and so now we can just write a quick little function. Triplet increased equals A triplet B, or new trip, or newer triplet, older triplet, returns a Boolean, or do I say bool? Oh no, I think I say Boolean. What's the problem here? Function uses clear types, neither. Oh yeah, okay, wait. So we say return true. Great. Right. So let's get rid of that console log, and we should just get something like this. So console log *2 triplets count, which right now is just, it's always returning true, so it's just really counting how many triplets there are. Right, so really here we want to say return sum of newer greater than sum of, oh my god, older. We'll say const sum equals a triplet b, or rather just a triplet, returns a number. Right, and so here we'll just say return triplet 0 plus triplet. I guess we can do this properly and say reduce item ack plus item 0. It's like the proper version. All right, so we got 1645. Is that correct? Yes. All right. Cool. So, interestingly, down here, I guess we have, found one error, triplet increased. How do we have the right answer if we have an error? All right, well, I don't know what happened there. I thought that probably shouldn't have worked. All right, I mean, like, this seems fine, so let's kind of shut it down. So if we kind of look over this, we've got the input, oh. I think I wrote start. That seems fine. Cool. How to stop recording? Not sure. Oh yeah, I think I just have to change my resolution.